So we got some sad news today as of this recording. Famous cartoon composer and television composer Robert J Walsh passed away. Robert J Walsh was known for many stuff throughout his illustrious career. He did a lot of stuff for Sunbow specifically. And I mean, his history of cartoon stuff goes even beyond that. He was working with WB, with Bugs Bunny. He was doing Pink Panther stuff. But the bulk of his stuff that he was known for was through the Sunbow 80s stuff. So we're talking robotics, My Little Pony, Transformers, G.I. Joe, Inhumanoids, and then, of course, Gem even. So he has a huge span in that. And again, the main reason why we're talking about him is because of his large connection to Transformers. And he was responsible for specifically the music of Season 3 of Generation 1, which was after Vince DiCola did the 86 movie, we ended up with a whole bunch of new kind of settings and new kinds of music as a result, because it was all synthesized music, and we went from 1984 and 1985 to now 2005 and 2006. So that music, that kind of music that Vince DiCola created this new atmosphere for Season 3. And Robert J. Walsh took that old, orchestral music that was used in 84 and 85 for Season 1, Season 2, and instead did a more synthesized, futuristic, robotic kind of music for Season 3. And that music especially, I mean, if you watch first episode of Season 3, Five Faces of Darkness, Part 1, a lot of that music, especially in that first episode, would be later on used for a lot of G.I. Joe stuff, specifically even the G.I. Joe movie from 1986 and 1987. So a lot of that stuff found his music found its place in other areas too. It was used in G.I. Joe also, that same music. He would go on to even do more stuff with G.I. Joe too. It seems he also worked on G.I. Joe Extreme. That music I don't really remember in my mind.
It was very, I guess, like 90s heavy guitar.
I remember the intro.
The intro I remember the most, if anything.
And I remember the intro, and I remember that Gary Chalk and a lot of the Ocean Group were the voice actors for that, because he was Lieutenant Stone. So just picture Ultra Primal. Optimus
I think he also, I guess he was also credited as Rob Walsh. So I'm seeing stuff for like Gem. I'm seeing stuff for like Defenders of the Earth, Fraggle Rock.
Yeah,
some other stuff here.
Well, he also did one of Sunbow's very last shows before they pretty much called it quits, because Sunbow was going to become Marvel Entertainment Group afterwards when they were going to do their full animation studio. And so he did one of their very last shows, Muppet Babies. Muppet Babies, for a lot of people, if they remember, at the end of every episode of Muppet Babies, you would see Spider-Man like kind of jump on a Marvel Productions logo, because that was like the end of Sunbow and in the beginning of Marvel Productions.
Apparently, I'm looking at his credits for soundtrack, and he did it says writer episode 1 for the Muppets Babies theme 2018. So like I think they gave him a little nod in there too in the most recent one that they're doing.
Pretty awesome. Pretty
interesting.
So yeah, he did a lot of cool stuff, and it's unfortunate that he passed away. He passed away at 70. He was born. Let me just check here. I think it was 1947 he was born. So he passed away at 70. Cause of death not listed currently, but that's still kind of young. We can live longer than that.
And like I'm just looking at his IMDb, and in the soundtrack section, like he's done, like he was still currently doing stuff. Like 2016, 2017, 2008, he was still working.
He'll definitely be missed. It's a shame, because a lot of his music, I enjoyed Season 3's music, a lot of it, especially when it was used in G.I. Joe too. So he will be missed.